Hi and welcome to Winner's Corner. This is a really nice trotting weekend we have ahead of us with a double spell of V75 rounds here in Sweden and then of course on Sunday Prix d'Amérique in France. Saturday though here in Sweden we're going to spend at Kalmar Racetrack, and Kalmar Racetrack very often produces very high payouts on V75, Harry. Is that due to the very long home straight, you think, or what do you think the reason is?
I certainly think it plays a part. Kalmar's straight gives a lot of horses who are laying a little further back in the field a chance to get into top gear down the straight, as opposed to some tracks that have a much shorter straight where the lead is absolutely so valuable. But in Kalmar, you've still got a chance if you're lying 3-4 lengths off the pace and turning into the straight. It's a long straight, and I think there's a very good reason why some horses that have got an absolute ultimate journey are able to switch to the outside and come through. So, yeah, I think it plays a very big part.
Let's get into this round now by starting in race 6. It's V75-2, and we have a horse there that you strongly recommended last Saturday. He then ended up 5th. But you don't give up because you recommend a win bet on him also this Saturday, number 11, Victory Top Line.
Absolutely, with Joran McContia, Team Anonymous. As I say, this horse has got such a reputation. You can see him here. This is when he won a few months back. This horse is so capable and such a reputation, and I really expected a lot more. He came out after 6 straight victories, was beaten at Solvalla in a sprint race where he got a little hot under the collar, but he's finishing round behind those horses. You thought, my goodness, it was fantastic. So I was highly disappointed when I saw him last week, and I feel seriously, without any malice, I think my attitude was that I felt that Joran McContia made a tactical mistake by not going forward with the horse early, as he had draw 11, and he left it too late. They slowed down the first lap, and then it's very difficult to take anything on horses in front. But that's my opinion, and as I say, Timo Nurmos won't enter the horse again in the V75 if there's anything wrong. He's got draw 11 this time, but I don't think he's going to make the same mistake. And the advantage is we've got a long straight.
So we have a win bet here in race 6 on horse number 11, Victory Top Line. Turning the page, we find ourselves in the Go division in race 7, V75-3, and here we have a favorite in number 1, Jairo. But you found us another winner.
Absolutely, and I think I found you a very good winner, and even although you people call me favourite Harry, this is not the favourite.
I know, it's good.
And we've got a horse that's won over 12 million crowns. He's trained by Jerry Reardon, and we know how good Jerry Reardon is as producing horses left, right and centre of the top draw. This horse is a very, very good horse, and he's beaten some of the world's best. I don't see anything in this field that matches what he has met in his past. So just to make it short and sweet, I saw the race in Jägers Row. He didn't finish in the first 3, but he was right up there with them, and he needed that race. And I wrote down in my little paper, because I commentated the race, watch out. And
we're talking about number 7, Timon
Yeah, number 7, Timon Ek.
Yes.
Absolutely, Jerry Reardon trained. And here you can see he needs this race. He's in 3rd now and then drops back to 4th. He's not driven out, but as I say, he's going to come forward leaps and bounds. And with a horse of this caliber, my goodness, he's going to walk all over them.
So we have to remember the digit 7, race 7 and horse number 7, Timon Ek. We make a jump now to race 11. It's the last leg in the V75 round. It's a silver division of a sprint distance. And what do you recommend us to do in this race?
Well, you can see I've taken a banker, and I'm very Team Anonymous, Joran McContia minded. Global Trust has always been one of my favourites. As I say, I'll never forget when he so nearly won the Swedish Trotting Derby. But as I say, let things be. He went off for a layoff for just over a year, came back in absolutely fantastic style. This is a class horse. There's no question about it. And as I say, we know Team Anonymous. I've said it so many times. When he takes out horses from his stable, he never starts them unless they are ready for a good performance. And really from draw 1, and even one of my favourites, Baron Gift, is in the field. So you must know how heavily I rely on Global Trust. I think this is a horse that should win this race. I've also, as I say, got 1 or 2 there that I think can finish behind him, but for me, for the banker, Global Trust.
But you don't place a win bet on him, but you use the Quinella here because he's such a big favourite.
So who do you? Of mine, Master Crow, Petri Puros with Christopher Eriksson up, who's a very aggressive driver, and you can't help you remember the great Commander Crow. Well, Master Crow is a pretty good record as well. He's a fighter all the way. He needed that race as well. Here we see him finishing in his last race, and you can see he's going forward. He's a winner this one. But I don't think he's going to beat the likes of Global Trust. But I think we've got a pretty good Quinella chance and a good payout.
So a Quinella suggestion here in race 11 on horses. Number 1 Global Trust and number 6 Master Crow. And, of course, race 11, it leads us straight in on the daily double, since the daily double is made up of races 10 and 11. And we've already talked about DD2, race 11, and, of course, you use number 1 Global Trust as a banker here. So let's focus on DD1, the long-distance race over 2,640 meters with a circular start. And here we can see that you put your trust in number 1 Tangle Face.
Yeah,
Tell us about this.
I must say in the V75 I've taken quite a few, but I'm going to tell you why I've taken Tingle Face, and there's pretty good reason. Erik Adielsson up, one of the best starters in Sweden, one of the best drivers in the world. But not only that, when he drives for stable Colgini, his percentage win is unbelievable. And who is he driving for? Adrian Colgini. Adrian Colgini won with Tangle Face over this distance last time out. Colgini has had a lot of problems with illness and viruses in the stable. Suddenly, the horses are starting to now get well and starting to produce results. And it's all over the country. In Åby just the other day. So I saw straight away. And when they ask Erik to sit up, then it's extra special. And I say, I honestly mean it. I think we've got a really good chance of winning the double here at really good odds, even although I have taken a lot more horses just to be safe in the V75. But Tingle Face number 1 and Global Trust, trust me, is going to be a good bet.
You sound very persuasive.
I'm very, very sure about it.
One single combination is what we have for the daily double this Saturday. The V75 round this Saturday, it looks fairly open, and for us to have a chance of getting 7 correct to be ensured of a good payout, we have to have good bankers. And you've selected 3 of them, Harry, and we've talked about 2 of them, number 11 Victory Top Line in the second leg, and of course then number 1 Global Trust in the last leg. So let's focus on your preluding banker in V75. 1, number 7 Illuminati in the bronze division race. And he really stands out in this field.
Absolutely. This is a horse there's a lot of buzz about. Joachim Löfgren, the trainer. Have a look at this horse. He's got star written all over. He was a little unstable at the beginning of his career. He stabilised the apprentice one. That's Bernardo Grasso last time out in Åby when Joachim was on a skiing holiday for a week, which they need occasionally. He's back up again now. But with Kalmar, the long straight, I'm sorry, Illuminati is a horse that's going to go straight to the gold division. I hope it's a horse that's going to represent Sweden in the years to come in the absolute elite. This is a really, really top-class horse.
We have a couple of races left to go through, V75 4 and V75 5. Both difficult races to solve if we take a look at your system. And starting with V75 4, 15 mares over full distance, circular start, you make room for 5 of them on your V75 slip. Who is the most interesting one of these ones?
For me, 2 Daydream Lamarck with, again, Erik Adielsson. I'm assuming to have a love affair with Erik. But he's got a really good chance here, even despite draw 2, to get away. And that's what I like most. A Warn for 12 Ritz Guinness, who's been knocking on the door. And even although I don't like Guinness, but I like beer, I think Ritz Guinness could be a big danger here. But I've taken as many as I possibly could under the budget. And my advice is take as many horses as you can. But for me, at any rate, the first choice 2, Daydream Lamarck, second choice 12 Ritz Guinness, and number 10 Marion's Ivory.
The 5th leg is also a race we need to go through. It's a Class 1 sprint race, 1,640 meters. And this is the race where you spend most marks, 7 of them. What interesting facts do you want to lift about this race?
Yeah, It has a very big favourite, number 5, Kaiser Hollerud, which is a very, very good horse. But I just think he's overrated. Kaiser Hollerud has at last produced 2 wins in a row, but it's a race over 1640, which also suits him. But what really impresses me is number 1, Vis del Olmo with Willem Paul. And Willem Paul, even Stig Hoare Johansson, the greatest trainer we've had in Sweden and driver, when they asked him about Willem Paul, he said, that was the most difficult competitor I have ever met in a race, Willem Paul. Well, he won the elite race, as you saw. He's a damn good driver. And I think he could take the lead here, and Kaiser Hollerud is going to have difficulty to try and beat him from the outside. The rest of them, plenty of horses. Don't break the bank horse. Throw in as many as you can, because this is an open race.
Thank you so much, Harry. This means that we have 840 combinations for the V75 system this Saturday. SwedishHorseRacing.com is, of course, our website where you find additional information about Swedish trotting and horse betting. And with that, we wish you the best of luck now with your bets to Kalmar racetrack this Saturday. Bye-bye.